everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 696 interviews I've done. Give this special guest from Pennsylvania to Boston 617 in a second to get on here and we'll start this Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest, I'm booking to end of March. Inbox your girl Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I-E Brown. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. My condolences to anyone who has lost anyone. Salute, salute. Check out the interview we just did with Peace Slums. Salute. Bring that down a little bit. Salute, everybody. Put your area codes, the countries you're tuning in from. The one after this is on the 17th, 23rd, 25th, 27th, 28th. So salute to everyone that's been getting on the Iccy Show. This artist that's coming on here has been on the Iccy Show a couple of times. Peace, Brooke. I see you, Eloise, baby. Eloise, the building, family. Hey, Rap Star, welcome to the Iccy Show. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I apologize about starting late and rescheduling. A lot of stuff has been going on personally, but I had some emergencies, but I'm here, so I appreciate you.
No doubt.
Iccy Show.
Of course. Of course.
So for the last time you were on the Iccy Show was about a year ago. What is the update with Mr. Rap Star, the one and only?
It's a lot of stuff going on. Like a lot of stuff going on. Let's see where to begin. My birthday was last week.
I'm sorry?
Bev Bush, what up? Bev Bush, what up? Beautiful Danger Entertainment, what up? What's good? What's good, Anthony? What's good? My birthday was last week. It was last Friday. Just turned 34. So, thank you. So it's ill, So I feel like I'm getting better with age, you feel me? And
you still look
young. I know. Like people like, yo, like a lot of people, like my grandfather, me and my grandfather was talking today, and he was saying, you're 34, so you are in that age bracket of 34 to 44. And he was like, don't be surprised if somebody accidentally say that you're 44. And I was like, on the contrary, actually, the last few people said I look 25. So, it is what it is. But yeah, I got records. I got brand new records. I mean, it's crazy. I appreciate you for the birthday shout out, Brooke. That's what's up. Yeah, I got records out. Like, it's crazy. Like, I got a brand new record out. It was supposed to release on the election day. It's called Political Statement. It's on all the platforms that you could think of. Rap Star, Rapstarr, by the way. That's how you spell my name. One word. Don't space it out. And it's called Political Statement. And I'm throwing some jabs in there. I'm not really going too deep, but I'm throwing some jabs and some bars and some metaphors in it. And it's definitely an East Coast banger. Shout out to New York bangers, by the way. That's one of the producers that I've been working with. It's the same producer that produced 1990-ish, my second single. So actually, right on my birthday is the 3rd year anniversary of my song "Power to My People." It's a wonderful feeling, especially since it's Black History Month. Give it up, give it up, give it up. So this is ill. I was just telling my wife this some funny shit, right? So I run errands for my grandfather. So cigarettes, tea, once every in a blue moon. It is lottery tickets and I do a shopping for him. Go to the bank, get money out, do all that stuff for him. And I go up the street, right across the street from my job, there's a gas station. So I go get his tea. And right when I'm getting my tea, there's like this cashier behind the cash register. I think he's Russian. And he seen me one time with my shirt that I got like my face on a shirt, the single cover of my songs. I got it on the cover of my shirt, and he seen me with it, and he was like, "That's you on the shirt?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a rapper." And so as he was like telling me, "Oh, you really a rapper?" He asked me for my Spotify, I gave it to him. And then literally every time I see him now, every time I go into that store, he goes, "Power to my people." This bugs me out, son. Like I'm like, yo, this is crazy, yo. I had people at my job literally like shout out to all the Latinos around, Boricuas, Cubanos, Dominican Republican, the whole country. Who else? All the Latin American countries down south, Colombianos, all the way down to the Amazon rainforest. You know what I'm saying? All of them. Those are indigenous people. This is indigenous land. But I would be at work and they would go through my line, and as they going through my line, they playing my music. Like it's crazy. I'm like,
That's the
yeah.
best feeling, right?
What'd you say?
That's the best feeling when you're an artist and hearing someone bump your music.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's really dope. And they're like, my biggest supporters. They're some of my biggest supporters. I always said this. I said, when I first started actually putting my music out on social media, we talking about MySpace days. You know what I'm saying? MySpace days where you get to customize your profile and everything like that. Mine was cold. But I released a couple of records, and it was like a lot of Mexicans and Chicanos from the West Side, you know, supporting me. I was like, "Yo, we like your music, da 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 da." And so that's how like I was like, "Okay, this is crazy." So ever since then, I always show love back to the brown community for that. And the political statement record, it's like I said, it's crazy. You gotta go listen to it. Like it's crazy. Like it's really the bars is just crazy. And I got a song coming out that I'm trying to drop at the end of this month, and it's called Happy Birthday Hip Hop. And I'm releasing it now, but I'm going to be doing heavy promotions in the summertime, getting close to August, because the anniversary of hip hop is August 11th. So even though I'm going to be dropping it soon, I'm going to be like all throughout. Like I'm trying to do, anniversary of hip hop events or podcasts or something like this. Like I want this to be an anthem. Like Power to My People was an anthem. I created Power to My People for the black and brown community, and somebody from Russia who works at a gas station was feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So 1990ish is cold, a real classic hip hop, record. If you like classic hip hop, records, there's some people who don't like real bars. They don't like boom bap. They don't like for you to get them to think. They don't want to hear complicated bars. They just want to dance and groove and all that other bullshit. But this is just for the hip hop heads. If you really into hip hop and really into trying to get a message from what an artist is trying to say, you feel me? So
Yes,
this is an anthem for hip hop, like right here. Like I'm calling this an anthem for hip hop because this is just how I feel about hip hop.
definitely, definitely. Salute. Keep on going. You've been on the Iccy Show. Going on 7 years of the Iccy Show. So you've been on 5 of the 7 years. So salute to you getting on the Icey Show. All
Veteran
these on grinding and not stopping in the industry. Where can they find all your music and tap in with you?
everywhere. Spotify, YouTube, Shazam, iHeart, iTunes, Pandora, um, Deezer, anywhere, Alexa, anywhere where you can just, have any music outlet, you could find me anywhere because I'm out there, baby. I'm out there.
Yes, yes, definitely. Where do you see yourself in the next year in the industry? Do you see yourself doing more shows? Do you see yourself on the tour? Do you see yourself getting more features?
I'm focused right now, so as soon as I'm done, my whole goal is to actually focus on my album 90s Baby. So it's been a slow process because I'm literally in the middle of I got this one record that I got that I think is going to be an absolute banger, like it's another anthem, and I have samples that I need to clear from that record. Now, I did clear the actual from the record company. They cleared it from me of
Yeah.
the audio, but if I want to do video, visual, I have to get other clearances. So I have to, finish those tasks before I push that out fully. So that's one record that I need to, finish up, and that's going to be on my album 90s Baby. There's a couple of other records that I'm working on because what I'm doing is I'm going back to where songs that I like recorded and didn't finish or like doing other things because I have like some bangers out. Like I literally have stuff that I'm pulling out the crate and be like, okay, nobody heard this before, so I'm gonna go do this. So like I got a song called 90s Baby, which is the title of the album, but also gonna be a single, and it's featured me and Lily the Goddess. Shout out to her. Um, I'm remixing it. There was stuff that I had where I first recorded the beat, and when I recorded the beat, see, this is where artists need to like pay attention when you go beat shopping. So when I bought the beat earlier, but I bought it as a lease. So when I came back to it, and that's when I had Beautiful Danger Entertainment. I just got with Bev. Shout out to Drac. They was helping me get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? So right when I was like, okay, I'm only buying beats that are exclusive. I'm not leasing no beats. I gotta buy exclusive. That's the only thing I'm gonna do. So when I went back to the producer, I went and shout out to her. She's amazing. But at that time, like the budget of me buying beats, it was a little high because she was charging for like 100 for leasing or 200 for leasing, but 500 to you know um, for an exclusive. And not only that, the records had samples too. So that's another headache I would have to deal with and everything like that. So I was like, you know what, it's going to be more cost efficient if I just go get another beat made. It would be a lot cheaper if I go get another beat made. And so
Yeah.
that's what I did. Shout out to Mac Beats. Mac Beats, he's very instrumental in making my 90s Baby album. Also Sonny Brasco, New York Bangers, David Metropolitus, like all of them, like what's the other one, Beat Assassins Inc., all of them, like these is people that are I'm getting beats from, so they're constructing the album and I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what, um this is something that I gotta focus on. So I'm pulling these records out, redoing them so I can give people, because I only have 3 singles out right now, and I've been in the game for a while because I'm learning as I'm going. Forget the music, forget me, recording the records. I can record the records, but now if they got samples in it, I gotta check the samples and everything. And if they do have samples, I gotta see. Okay, I gotta call my agency. What's going on with that? Okay, what they say? Okay, we gotta wait on that, get an answer back from them. Like I'm doing things that most artists ain't doing, when it comes to that. Because there's people, like I was having a conversation with a producer, and he was talking about when he does samples. And there's a lot of artists or a lot of producers when they make beats, they sample, but they sample it enough to where you ain't want to understand where it came from, and that's genius. That's genius, But that's just where I'm at right now. Is trying to finish this 90s Baby album, but I am also on a TV series. Um, I wish I could be in it in a little more, but I do. I am in the series. Um, but it's called One Mic. Shout out to Coralie White. He's the director of the TV series. Your man's in it. Benzino's in it.
Oh yeah, Benzino.
Yeah, yeah.
God,
Uh,
he's definitely a good guy.
uh, uh, wait, who else? Blueface. Blueface is in it.
Okay, I see you. I see you. Now you're
Uh,
a rap star. Now
wait
you're
a
a
minute.
movie
Wait,
star.
wait, wait, wait
Okay,
a minute.
you're
Wait a minute.
graduating to movie star.
Hold on, hold on. I ain't done yet. Hold on. Uh, Crip Mac. Who else? Oh, Joel Santana.
Okay,
Oh, Onyx.
okay.
You know, so that's where I'm going with it. I'm not really trying to be a movie star. I really don't have like a passion to act. I can act. Like when I was like in second and third grade, I actually was in um I actually used to recite Shakespeare. You know what I'm saying? I went to Catholic school, so it was Catholic school right in the hood, like right in the middle of the hood was the Catholic school. So we had like this program called My True Voice, and it was like they had people from like Carnegie Mellon University, I think, come down and have poetry for the second and third graders, and we would read every week. We would have like some type of literature that we had to memorize and recite, and all of that stuff. And I remember at the end of that, we had different plays that we would be in, and I was Romeo and Romeo and Juliet. So that's what it was. So I was like, oh, okay. And it was only by default. It was only by default that I was Romeo. It was actually Mercutio, but that's because there was a kid that I grew up with. We went to Catholic school together. He was kind of mute, so he couldn't talk. So they was trying to get him to come out of that. So I think he did it, but I guess being out on stage was too much for him, so they gave him Mercutio's role, and they gave me Romeo. And I still killed that. You know what I'm saying? I still killed that, even as like second, third grade. You know, I used to do radio drops with my mom. My mom, she used to work in radio, and she used to work in like she was in publications. So she used to work for WQED. Do you know what WQED is?
Yes.
Okay. So that program that brought you Mr. Rogers, she used to work for that publication. And if you don't know, Mr. Rogers was shot in Pittsburgh. I mean, not bang bang, but the whole Mr. Rogers neighborhood was, recorded in Pittsburgh. Like when you see the trolleys back in Pittsburgh history, we had trolleys. You know what I'm saying? Like literally trolleys. There's certain places in Pittsburgh you can go to, I think, especially on the south side, um, you could actually see the trolley tracks on the street. They still got that embedded in the street, you know. So I've been in the media a lot, but I really don't aspire to be, an actor. I'm a hip hop artist, I'll get it because, I'm trying to make myself seen. I'm trying to blow up, I'm trying to make people, see me, maybe later on, but for right now, I'm just trying to bring back that classic hip hop. You know, um, I'm trying to speak to the people because it seems cliche. Every rapper goes to film. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a bad hustle at all. You get to be seen. Shout out to all the independent filmmakers out there. But it just seems too cliche about a rapper going into acting. You know what I'm saying? I actually really want to teach for real, for real. Like I want to be on like that KRS-One type level. Like I want universities to go and see, like listen to my records and point out historical facts that I'm pointing out because I'm citing, different information that I have, whether it's from a book, encyclopedia, first person, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of information and knowledge that we actually need to be feeding, people, real knowledge. So that's what it is.
Is there anything holding you back in your career right now?
Um, the only thing I would say is like finances. I'm an independent artist, but I'm also, head of the household, and everything's going the fuck up and everything like that. Like it's some bullshit out here. Like I really miss the 90s. Like the shit's crazy. It's bugging. Like I'm at work and I'm drinking vitamin water, right? And I'm sitting back and I have these nostalgia moments. And when I have these nostalgia moments, it reminds me when I was 14 and I was G unit out. I'm gonna just say I was G unit out. Like I was like a G unit soldier. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to go to the I used to be in the hood, 14 years old, walking around with a bulletproof vest on, a real one, going to the park and doing pull-ups. You know, I used to. Everybody in high school used to rip. Like, yo, that's Kent. Yo, he used to rock bulletproof. Yo, he used to come to school with bulletproof vests on. Yo, I had beef, but like I was like, yo, I can't. Nobody can pop off in school. I mean, back then it was unheard of for people to really pop off like that. Actually, it actually did pop off. Not with me, but in some like other situations in high school and everything like that. I actually wrote a song about it. Um, it wasn't talking about directly what it was, but it was a song about police brutality. And um, I wrote like that was like my first experience with, you know, being profiled. So I actually wrote the song to the Queen Latifah song Unity. And the song is actually called Unity Black Awareness. And the song talks about like it's a scene and it's very descriptive. So I'm in high school, you hear the school bells out, ringing, everybody's going everywhere. And I'm, having a conversation with somebody and it was like, yo, I didn't know you could spit like that in high school, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. And so I'm walking like I used to do when I was a teen, when I used to go to my grandmother's house. And there was like a couple of times where I either stayed home if I didn't have any activities to do, because I was always into something. My mom always had me into something, and I always was like put myself into something. So I was like going to like this thing called Medical Explorers that's like all the way in this place called Oakland, almost downtown Pittsburgh. And there was like this professor down in his hall, and it was teaching people about, the anatomy and different things like that. Like I actually witnessed like going downstairs and playing with the cadavers and everything like that. They took us down to that. I don't know why, but for some reason I like the smell of formaldehyde from that. Like it was crazy. But I was always into stuff. So this time I used to go to my grandmother's, and right before I go to my grandmother's house, I would either go to the gym to work out, go to the library to get on MySpace and everything like that, or I would go to the record store and buy me some mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking up the hill, and as I'm walking up the hill, an unmarked, car comes up and vroom, just comes right in front of me, and I'm walking. And I remember I was wearing brown and white. I had some. It wasn't Tim's. I had some like some boots on, and they looked like the Gucci sign, but it had the New York symbol on it and everything. And I had some like black jeans. I think I had like a brown and white uh, Rockefeller jacket or something like that. Like it was crazy. And they hopped out, unmarked policemen. I didn't know who the hell they were. Like, who the hell are you? I'm literally coming from school. Now the reason why they was there was because there was some gang, shit, that was popping off. I don't remember if it was gang related or it was, I think it was just neighborhoods. And some of the people actually came up to on the top of the hill where my school was, who was from the opposite side of the neighborhood, trying to get at people who was coming from school. So that's why they was there. But they stopped me not understanding that I actually come from the school that you trying to quote unquote protect. But because I look like the statistic and I look like I could be up to some shit, like they just pulled me over, and it was good thing I stayed calm, but you know, I think if I was who I am now, there probably would have been like, you know, some shit. You know, because I don't like the cops at all. I don't like the cops at all. Like, I don't even like watching cop shows. Like, fuck that. Why would I want to watch you? Like, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You know, but you know, that's where I got the inspiration from to write that song. You know, but you know, that's just everything that I'm just trying to do is just focus on the music. That's all I'm trying to do. Is just feed them real quick.
Salute to you, Rapstar. Keep on going. Don't let nobody stop you. Hats off to you getting into acting. I'm proud of you on that. And if you don't know who Rapstar is, he did make a couple flyers for the Iccy Show, and you do see his logo on there. So do your research. Show support to him. Go download his music. And he does have a manager. So if you're looking to book him, go through his manager, Beverly Bush. Um, that's important. When artists have managers, you need to go through their manager. That's the reason why. To book them, get a feature, or anything, book on anything. That's a very important. And a lot of artists, people that are booking artists, they're not going through the manager, and that's important. You need to go through his manager, Beverly Bush. Is there anything holding you back, Rapstar, in your career right now?
Other than the finances, nah. Nah, other than the finances, nah. That's just about it, you know.
And I messed up. I put Pennsylvania, and it's Pittsburgh.
Well, Pittsburgh's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. I always screw you up on it because you'll be saying Pittsburgh, and then I put Pennsylvania, so I think it's two different things. Because like Philly and
Nah, nah,
Baltimore.
nah, nah, nah. Nah, see, I guess like, cause you're not the only one. Like, it's crazy because Pittsburgh is a known city, but it's not really a known city. Like, I'll tell you one thing. I didn't know Pittsburgh was that famous other than the Steelers and everything like that. But there's like every single goddamn sitcom or something like that I watch or movie, they say Pittsburgh. In somewhere they say Pittsburgh and everything. And they're not talking about the West Coast. They're talking about here on the East Coast. This is what they're talking about. You know, so when I go through like some people be like, yo, rap store from Philly. I'm not from Philly. Philly's 4 hours west of me. Like east of me. I was like, that's 4 hours east of me, man. I was like, I'm not, you know, it's but I get it. You like I said, Pittsburgh is a known city, but it's not really a known city. Like when you think of, you know, when you think of Los Angeles, what other fucking place do you understand where Los Angeles is? Like, I, is there a Los Angeles like Florida or something like that?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I noticed that
Like
a lot
if
of the cities have the same towns in it, just either different locations and things like that.
they do, they do, they definitely do, they definitely do. Like I said, it's crazy. Like on the West Coast, there's a place called Pittsburgh, California, and they it's funny because they got like their mascot mirrors like not really like it mimics like it's funny, it's cool, but it's funny. Like it's like uh okay. It's like when you get the name brand, and this is no diss, but it's like getting the name brand and then you go and you get the Walmart van, like Walmart brand. It's the same brand, but they might have like different logos and everything like that. It's the same shit, but they got different logos. It would be like the equivalent of like the lesser brand, you know, because like they're the I think like their flags and everything like it's dope. It's dope. Like I'm like, yo, that's crazy, a West Coast. But when people think of Pittsburgh, they automatically think of, you know, on the East Coast. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I always used to have an argument with like different people, like the location of Pittsburgh, right? So I remember having a conversation with my cousin, and he was telling me that Pittsburgh is more Midwest than East Coast. And I was like, how you figure? And it was like, because we're 2 hours away from Ohio, but we 9 hours from New York. And I'm like, If Pennsylvania is an East Coast state, where do you think Pittsburgh is, son? If you say Philadelphia is an East Coast city, where do you think the state's from, son? Like, I'm like, wait a minute. Where was y'all when they was talking about the 13 original colonies? Started all the way from Maine, New England. So you start from Maine and it ends all the way down to Pennsylvania. That's where it stops. That's East Coast right there. No, we don't border no major, ocean, but it's still in that same region. That's Northeast, it's different, And then if you actually do your research and you can see it would say it's an East Coast, it's set up as an East Coast standard, even though we had steel mills and everything like that, it was still set up as East Coast. But I think it's because Pittsburgh has kind of not I'm not saying it hasn't adopted, but it actually kind of influenced some of the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell you a story, right? We all know you go east to west, okay? So I remember when I was like about 17, I was in high school, and you know how it was back in the day. You in the lunchroom, and niggas is banging on the tables and they rapping and they going hard, got the pen and everything. Everybody spitting off their head and shit like that. Oh man, classic shit. Like we had the lockers, and when we do the lockers, we made the clips grinding beat, like boom, 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 boom. Like it was like that. Like it was like that. We on the table, man. It was my turn. I go spitting off my head, and then one of the assistant principals came in. He was a hater. Like he was a hater, like crazy. We all had those assistant principals who are assistant principals, but they be trying to act like they the main. So this guy, mind you, if you look at almost every establishment, when they see a group of black people having fun, they shut that shit down.
Yeah.
All the time. Oh, you ain't even doing nothing. When they see about maybe 4 to 6 black people together and more, nah, they want to see what the fuck's going on. But they don't bother the gothic kids. You know what I'm saying? They don't bother them. So he come over, he trying to shut shit down. We ain't doing nothing but spitting bars. So it was my turn. So as I'm spitting bars, I decided to spit bars on him. So I started rapping on him. And so he tells me to follow him, go to his office and everything like that. Now, mind you, at this time, I was prepping to go to college. Already went on the college tour. I actually think I took the SATs and the SATs. No, the SATs and the ACTs. That's what it is. The ACTs and the SATs. I did them, and I passed them. And I went and I got accepted into college. So I was prepping to go. So I go into his office. Now he had this thing where he used to call everybody guy. No matter if you was a man or a woman, a boy or a girl, a dog or a cat, he's calling you guy. Hey, slow down there, guy. Hey, quiet down, guy. Now, it really didn't bother me, but it bothered me because there was actually a young man who was like 2 years younger than me by the name of Guy who kind of favored me. So that bugged the hell out of me. So after that, I was like, I kept telling him, I said, look, my name's not Guy. I don't appreciate you calling me Guy. I want you to call me by my name. He kept calling me Guy. So The point of the story is the next scene is me and him. We're talking. I'm in his office and I'm telling him. I said, "Why are you treating me like this? Like I'm about to graduate. I'm about to go off to college." And he says, "What college are you going to?" And I said, "California University of Pennsylvania." He turns around and he points at a Sparta, a statue of a Sparta. And he said, "I went to the real California school, UCLA." And I'm like, um, actually, if you really want to be technical, California University of Pennsylvania is actually the first named California school on the West Coast. Before anybody on the West Coast had University of California, there was a California University, PA. That was the first named California school, more than any school on the West Coast. Why? Because it runs around Route 40. Route 40 is the actual route that they actually went to go to the gold rush when they were trying to get to California to the gold rush. That's why it's called California University of PA, because that's the actual road that they crossed to go to the gold rush. I mean, this is all history, son. You an assistant principal, and you trying to talk down on me like I'm stupid, and you don't even know the history. So that just goes to show you, people, they just sometimes just chill and know the history and not be too cocky
Never
when,
give up.
yeah.
All those principals and teachers that talk down on these students, never give up. That's the key to this. Definitely never give up. I had a teacher tell me the same thing. You're not gonna be nothing when you get older. Then I seen her, and I was a assistant manager, and she didn't believe me until she seen my badge and what it said. And she was the one that was telling me I was gonna be a failure in life. So fuck her, that teacher. Fuck that bitch. For real.
I had a principal who literally I got accused of doing something, right? I didn't do it, but here's how people just don't be paying attention. So there was a teacher that we had. She was actually a substitute teacher. This was like a sixth grade. If you're facing the chalkboard, I'm on the right. She's standing in the middle at the chalkboard. Somebody on the left side throws an eraser at her head. She turns around to the right side and sees me laughing and accused me of throwing the eraser on the left side of her brain. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, can I defy physics like that? That's dope as hell if I could do that. So
Right? Fuck that.
the principal, I think they was about to expel me. And the principal, she literally said to me, even if you didn't do it, I, I will not say sorry because of the things that you did before. And I wasn't really that much of a bad kid. It's not like I brought guns to school. It's not like I brought weed to school. It's not like, you know, I just didn't let people fuck with me all like that. So
Right.
for her to say that as a principal, and I know
Yeah.
this woman because she was a church going woman. We used to go to the same church. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up when you say that to a kid like that.
Yeah.
So, these teachers, they really don't understand how to speak to children, let alone young black children. Because young black children, for the most part, are being scolded like forever for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you
And
mean, rap star. I deal with it on a daily basis. Trust and believe.
oh
For
yeah,
real,
no
for real.
doubt, no doubt. So it's like I be like, God damn, can we get a motherfucking break? And I feel sorry for the motherfucker, the Latinos that's going through all this bullshit with punk ass Trump. I don't participate in politics. I don't like politics. I hate politics. Actually, I don't vote because this is Native American land, and since I'm Native American, I just don't feel like I'm going to be entertaining the circus. That's what I call the circus. I look at politics as the circus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just picture it. Just picture it. The big top, red, white, and blue everywhere. When you go and you see the big top and you go inside and you see animals, what do you see? You see elephants. What do the elephants represent? The Republicans. You go and see a bunch of donkeys running around. What do you see? The Democrats. You see a bunch of clowns running around. What do you see? All these presidential electing Congress looking motherfuckers. All of them are. And all of us are just paying admission to go see this bullshit. And we sitting there eating popcorn, paying admission to vote and all that bullshit. Like, I don't got time to be dealing with all that shit, man. Like, I be like, yo, they gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And we've been telling them this. We've been telling motherfuckers this. Like, on the real, I don't really see any benefit of living in this country when there's other countries around the world that are just as progressive, if not even more. We're not number one in industry. We don't make anything anymore. We're not number one in education. The thing that we number one in is what? Like, fucking incarceration and some bullshit and everything like that. Like, I just think that America as a whole is like watching. It's like watching Fox on the weekends back in the 90s when you had all the bullshit going on. Like, you had all your soap operas that came out and everything like that. You know, your Passions. Shout out to Passions. I used to love Passions. The soap opera. I used to watch that with my grandma when I was a kid. But just that it's that whole line. So it's like you got the soap opera. Right after you got the soap opera, you got Jerry Springer, you got Judge Judy coming on, we got Maury coming on. You know, it just looks like the whole lineup of what you would watch on a Friday night on Fox. Like, it's bullshit. Like, it's just like this world is so weird. People are weird, yo. People are fucking weird, man.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. A lot of backstabbing stuff going on, and
Right. Like, it's weird. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, you know, can I, like, can I live? Like, if you want to do some weird shit, do weird shit over there. Don't bring that shit to me because I'm not into that shit. Like, whatever drama you got going on, what makes you think I want to be a part of it when I'm not even standing near you? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Like, I, I'm like, yo, these people. That's why I smoke so much. People are weird as hell, man. Weird as hell.
definitely.
I need to make a song called "People Is Weird as Hell." I might need you on the track or something like that.
Let me know. Let me know. I've been getting in the studio lately, so let me know. These last 2 weeks I haven't, but I've been getting in the studio lately, so keep me on your radar.
Word,
Let me know.
word. Oh, how cold is it up there?
Right now it's not that bad. Yesterday it was only 11 degrees.
God damn. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it's better. We've been in the 30s and 40s. It's snowing right now. But like 2 weeks ago, we was in the negative digits. Like, we was like negative 12, negative 26.
Yeah.
Like, it was some bullshit. Straight bullshit.
And we got a longer winter now because the groundhog's seen his shadow, so everyone. And what did I say? I said, watch, we're going to get hit back to back with snow. We got hit.
Man,
Snow,
don't.
and it's going to snow this weekend.
I'm gonna tell you, Jackie, don't listen to that bullshit. you know that shit's in my state, right?
Right.
It's some bullshit. It's weird ass people who carrying a tradition that's like 200 years old and it don't make no sense. Leave the groundhog alone. He don't know shit. Like, leave him the fuck alone. I've been up there before. for? A bunch of racist ass motherfuckers up there. I think the last time I was up there, the mayor was a part of the KKK. Weird shit. And I had my bulletproof vest up there too.
You're crazy, rap star. Rap star, give your shout outs before we end your interview.
Oh man. Shout out to Jackie Brown. So Iccy Showw for having Rap Store on the interview. We up in here vibing. You know how we do, man. Shout out to Beverly Bush, Beautiful Danger Entertainment, Sam Jones, what up? OG Dub Mac, what up? To the other side, you know, Lady V, Classy Trashy Records, what up? What up? What up, Um, let's see. Shout out to all my producers, Sonny Brasco, David, Metropolis. Shout out to Mac Beat. Shout out to Beat Assassins Inc. Shout out to New York Bangers. I'm just like finishing this up, man. You know, shout out to everybody who been rocking with Rap Store so far and thus now. You know, it's going to be interesting. And people, my new single coming out by the end. I'm trying to shoot for the end of the month. Happy Birthday Hip Hop. It's a East Coast banger. It's a hip hop banger. Like I'm telling you, yo. Like if you like 1990ish, y'all gonna rock with this. Y'all gonna rock with this for real.
Well, I appreciate you, Rap Star, coming on the Iccy Showw again with the update with you. Hope to have you back again. And this is interview 696 interviews I've done in 6.5 years. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. Put your codes and countries you are tuning in from on the Iccy Showw.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Rap Star. Shout out to Beverly Bush putting this interview together. Much love and respect. Salute to everyone. Peace, love, and respect. I appreciate you, Rap Star. Much love.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Have a blessed night. Thank you for coming on the Iccy Showw.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You too. God bless everyone. Peace, love, and respect.